Alrighty, so it is May 21st, Wednesday, May 21st. So, thank goodness the rain's done for a little bit. I don't think it's supposed to rain again until Sunday. We got a nice cold front coming through. Temps are going to be dropping into the 70s. Actually, some high 40s for the lows, so that's gonna help a lot. Fescues are looking nice and thick. I ain't gonna lie, I was getting a little bit concerned with all the afternoon rain I've been getting. I mean, it's rained about 5 inches this month so far. So fungicide plans are working. 2900s are working, 12 irons are working, Impulse and Adams Earth, it's all are working. We got a little bit of the grass going to seed a little bit, so that's always a little bit ugly this time of year, but for the rain and the grass going to seed, I couldn't ask for much better. We got some sprayer tracks in it, all kinds of good stuff. But so today we're going to do a video on something I consider very, very important, especially for us folks here in a transition zone. You know, with fescue, as far as North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, even South Carolina with some fescue. West Virginia, Maryland, just somewhere, it could even be Kentucky. I mean, I'm just not sure, but we're going to do a video on grubs and armyworm and how to cope with those little boogers. So that is very, very important. As important as fungicides or anything else is getting a preventative down for those things. The old tried and true is Acelepryn. There is some generic brands of Acelepryn now. Acelepryn is pretty expensive. Luckily, they do offer it in a small bottle for you guys with smaller yards. But today I'm going to be going over it's Acelepryn, but it's a newer Acelepryn that's out. It's called Acelepryn Xtra. So there is another active ingredient in that. I've never used it, but there is a second active ingredient in it from the original Acelepryn to help control some other bugs and stuff. I'll take you down here and show you the Curative spots. The velocity has wiped her out completely. It has killed my fescue. So that was the full brochure rate, 1.5 milliliters per gallon of water, two apps, and it's killed my fescue. So we have got some Apex Turf Top Tall fescue coming up in there. I went ahead and seeded that about 5 days ago, and it is coming up good, rolling there. Same for this spot over here. It is a rolling in this spot right here also. So that's about 5-day germination. It's actually coming up good yesterday, so 4 days, but we'll get that took care of. I can't be having these bare spots in my yard without at least seeding. So anyway, so I'll go over this new product and just go over, what you guys should be doing in general. I'm going to do a video over here on my trailer because you guys are making fun of my ants. So it is what it is. I don't want them ants biting me. So I'll be right back at you. Okay, BG. I ain't gonna show you guys that too much. You guys done wanting to convert. Yep, I missed a little bit there mowing. Oh well. You guys be wanting to convert to that nice grass, but I mean, I don't know how it's gonna hold up through the summer, so I wouldn't be jumping the gun just yet until I show you that it can be done, if it can be done here for you guys in the hotter climates that watch me. But all right, so we're gonna go over here on the trailer here, so hopefully no ants are over here. All right, so this is what I'm going to be applying. This is Acelepryn Xtra. There is 2 active ingredients in this, and I am not even going to try to pronounce what these are because I'll butcher it, and I'm a hillbilly, so no use for me to even try it. I will tell you the top one is what's in the original Acelepryn, and the bottom one is what's in what is the name of that? Of course, I can't remember the name of it now. Meridian is another insecticide by Syngenta. So the bottom is the active ingredient that's in Meridian. So that's why it's called Acelepryn Xtra. You got the regular Acelepryn, and then you got the active ingredient in Meridian. So for grubs and army worms, I mean, you know, all you need is Acelepryn. You could, I'm pretty sure Scott's Grub Control, that's the same active ingredient. You can do that. As I mentioned, there are some generic products with the same active ingredient now. Acelepryn has went off patent, so they are generics now. But with this one, this is just you know, it's got the other active ingredient in it, so it controls a little bit more things. Ants, including ants. So regular Acelepryn don't have any control for ants. This one's also better at controlling chinch bugs, basically crawling critters. This one will do it, and your grubs and army worms, caterpillars, stuff. So with this one right here, I keep forgetting to turn my phone off every time I film, so bear with me just a second here. I'm gonna turn this thing off so it don't start ringing. All right, with this one here, the rate on this one is just a touch higher than the traditional Acelepryn. This is 20 ounces per acre, and the reason why it's a little bit more is it doesn't have quite the amount of the active ingredient as the original Acelepryn. But it's 20 ounces per acre. If you do the math on that, that is, we're trying to convert that to 1,000 square feet, so we'll do 20 divided by 43.56 because there's 43,560 square feet in an acre, and there comes out to per 1,000 square feet, so 0.46 ounces per 1,000 square feet, where as the original Acelepryn, I think it's 0.37 ounces. So it's not a big difference. This is not extremely expensive. 30 ounces was 160 bucks. This will do 2 applications on my yard. So it's not over the top expensive. You know, if you're looking for other insect controls, this one will do it also. But so let's get into this here. You guys, you know, this is as important as fungicides, as I mentioned. You guys up north, you don't typically deal with armyworms, but you know, you have grubs up there and you have some other insects. It's a season-long grub control at the 20 ounce per acre rate. For you guys that's like me in the transition zone, and you know, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, West Virginia, just all around Kentucky where hurricanes come, there's always a chance of armyworms coming in. Typically, you get armyworms when a hurricane or something comes from the Gulf, and they just work their way from Florida on up, wherever the hurricane goes. They're really bad down in Florida and Georgia. Typically, their first choice is Bermuda grass. If they can't find it, just like here in North Carolina, there's not a ton of Bermuda grass here. More towards the east coast of North Carolina, there is some more Bermuda grass, but you know, here there's been plenty of outbreak of armyworms here the last several years when hurricanes come through, and they're just absolutely will destroy fescue. If you get them, you might as well plan on doing a renovation pretty much with fescue. There's not much. You might have a little comeback, but they're that bad, the armyworms are. And they will wipe it out in a hurry. I'm talking, you know, a day, couple days, it's done for. Just huge areas of turf they'll wipe out. So whatever you use, regular Acelepryn, Scott's, you know, Grub X, Acelepryn Xtra, some of the generic things, put something down. Especially if, you know, if you're somewhere around my location and you deal with the hurricanes, get something down. You don't want them boogers tearing up your hard work. It's hard enough to make it through the summer without, you know, a lot of damage from the heat on fescue. You definitely don't want to add this into even more problems. So, you know, I apply this every year. I typically apply this around the 1st of June, and with this one, the 20 ounce acre rate, what I showed you on the calculator, 0.46 ounces per thousand, is to get you about 4 months of control. So if you apply it 1st of June, you got June, July, August, September control, and typically that's, you know, September-ish, August, September-ish when hurricanes roll in, so that'll cover you there. Wow, got a big gust of wind here. If the time's up on something like this, and you still hurricanes, I mean, we can have hurricanes plumb in the 1st of November here. So for me, you know, I'm good through basically September with this. If there's more coming, hurricanes, what I typically do is I'll go out with the lower rate of this just for armyworms. The armyworm rate on it's lower than the grub. You know, when you do the grub rate, the high rate, you know, you're getting the armyworm protection for 4 months, but there's also a rate for caterpillars, and that'll get you about an extra month at that rate. So when you apply this as a preventative, you need to have, this needs to be watered in. Acelepryn, regular Acelepryn, Scott's Grub X has to be watered in. It's systemic, it'll get in the soil, and it'll translocate it upwards throughout the plant. So it's got to be watered in. You're gonna have to time it around rain or irrigation. It doesn't have to be watered in immediately. I mean, it would be nice, but you know, it can wait a day or something. So time it around rain or whenever you're going to run irrigation. And again, you know, if my time's run out on this and I see hurricanes coming or something, I'll go ahead and do the caterpillar rate just to be safe. So if you do happen to not apply a preventative and you get armyworms, I'm sure you can, this is a curative, you can spray this, or you can spray something like bifenthrin. Bifenthrin is a contact killer, so if it contacts them, they're going to die. But you know, they're typically down in the canopy, so you're going to have to spray at a really high volume, and most of you guys can't do that. I can spray at 2 gallons per thousand, and that's probably not enough for if I was to have an armyworm outbreak. It possibly could be. It would get some of them, but so something like bifenthrin. But again, you're better off applying a preventative and not ever having to deal with that. You know, I'm in several groups. I see it every year. People don't apply this stuff. They don't think it's going to happen to them. Guess what? It gets them. And then they're doing basically a whole renovation. So spend the money. This is important. Get it down. Around end of May, 1st of June, something like that. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this and do this video. You know, I try to be transparent with you and show you what I use, and that's the best I can do. If you know, if you got my guide, it's in the guide. The Acelepryn Xtra is not, but let him go by. The Acelepryn Xtra is not in it, but the Acelepryn app, the regular Acelepryn apps are in it, so you can follow that to a T. You guys are absolutely killing these orders. You guys are, I mean, you are keeping me busy, and you have no clue how much I appreciate this. You guys are unreal, showing the support you guys are showing. I think the products are speaking for themselves. So, and more the word gets out, it's going to be even better. But again, thank you for the support. I truly appreciate it. Let me add this in also, because I know you guys are going to ask, some of you guys are going to ask this. No, I do not sell this on my website. Maybe sometime in the future I might sell products like fungicides and insecticides and stuff, but as of now, no, I do not sell it. And let me say this, I also forgot to add this in. If you do have an armyworm outbreak and you apply this for a curative, as I mentioned before, the preventative, you need to water this in. For a curative, do not water this in, or the other Acelepryn. Let it sit on the leaf for 24 hours. You know, once they start munching on that leaf and get some of this in their system, they're not going to make it anymore. So again, curative, let this dry. Preventative, water it in. So I just want to make sure I add that in there. Don't want to confuse anybody about that. But anyway, if you want the Plant Food Company products, the Apex Seed Lawn Guide, it's on my website. Remember, all the steps are in the Lawn Guide, including this for the regular Acelepryn. All the fungicide, pre-emergent fertilizer applications, all in there. So you can go to primetimefescue.com, pick that up. But I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.